Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday, the 9th of January. Non-farm payrolls today is the key thing. There are a couple of other things coming out. We've got the prelim consumer sentiment and inflation expectations, which are key for interest rate decisions. In the other news, I'll say more political news. Round about 3 o'clock, we've got expecting the Supreme Court's opinion on the tariffs, which has been brought into play. But we'll see what happens on that. But potentially big movers. It could go either way for the equity markets and of course the dollar, of course. So let's go and have a look at the technicals here. Starting off with the euro dollar. And well, it's been marching down quite nicely here. We're into the daily 50 at the moment. Now, I did enter this earlier in the week, and added to it yesterday morning, and I'm sitting there around about 3% up at the moment on the overall move. Two positions, but it was a joining position. Really deciding whether to stay in or go. The overall big picture here still looks quite bearish, obviously. It's really whether I'm going to accept the news later. I don't particularly want to get into hedging positions, etc. It gets messy. I'm into a reasonable position, and I'll probably to make a call on it as we get through towards the news later. But for now, that I wouldn't be looking to add into positions from where we are. We're sitting into its daily S1 at this stage. Arguably there'll be some divergence across there, surely. Yeah, well, fractional, but on the bigger time frames, it'll still be showing us a bit of divergence across those lows. That doesn't mean say anything more than there's a divergence across the lows at the moment until if it was to trigger. I wouldn't be looking to, as I say, take a position on this at the moment. So really today, let's have a look and see quickly if there's anything that would be worth a morning trade, because basically the risk that comes in at 130 is quite significant. And sometimes it's worth a bird in the hand's better than two in the bush, as they say, in terms of the risk of holding a trade. Is it going to be beneficial to hold it much longer? The pound again supporting to its S1 here. Just not really. I mean, a break of that S1 could see it coming down in terms of the support area. It looks like it's in a bit of a free flow, as it is the euro in a sense. Well, the euro's got the daily 50 underneath it actually, but this looks like it's in a bit of a free flow. Whether to continue holding is another matter. Wait, see on that US dollar yen. Now this is softened significantly, or relatively significantly, but there's nothing I want to be doing with that at the moment, so that's off the cards. Aussie dollar. This has been selling off again this morning, and it's showing weakness. I mean, it's the dollar strength through these markets is pretty decent, and particularly through what was a particularly strong pair of currency. We've seen the dollar really stretching its legs here, but again, it's done its pivot, it's done its S1. We could just find it settling itself out. Yes, they could run through a little bit more, but it's the risk into non-farms is the big thing here this morning, or today I should say. The Canadian dollars continue to push up there. Yesterday it was a bit slower. Yesterday it's consolidating on the 4-hourly. You can see it a bit more short term there. Yesterday it run up earlier in the morning there, and really just then has not done too much more. Now it's getting into a bit of a well, an extended pennant, which are quite unreliable. So yeah, that could go either way. Now the Canadian data is not coming out today. It's just remind myself, because often the non-farms and the Canadians come out. Data comes out at the same. Well, it is there. Beg your pardon. Canadian data is there, so it's double jeopardy on the Canadian dollar. It could get hit both ways or either way. Anyway, so there is that risk there as well. So probably best avoided. I'm just about to flick through other currencies here. There's just, and I've clicked on it twice. Swissy, the Swissy's continuing to weaken here. This has sort of changed course a little bit. It's actually an inverted euro looking sort of price action going on here. So it would only be doubling what I've already got if I was to look at doing anything here. But again, it's done the inversion of the euro dollar. The dollar Swiss has done the opposite to it. So nothing to play at there. It's just playing the same thing. Right. Yeah. Decisions. I can't see anything else I want to be running through. There's the sort of usual suspects like the Euro Aussie I've been looking through over the last couple of days, but I was already short on the Euro. I was looking for short on this. It didn't really play off at all, this Euro Aussie, and it's going the other way at the moment. So as I say, the Aussie taking quite a hit this morning. Okay, equity markets. Well, let's look at gold first. Gold is flat at the moment, not really doing too much. Short term, it's certainly flattish where we are at the moment, and it's still got that risk of to the upside there. So I wouldn't be looking to short it, but it's not particularly nice on the long side of it where it's sitting there either. It's the great unknown. Oil's been coming off. It's caught a bounce yesterday quite nicely there, but as I said, I think it will find support around these levels, because for the producers it's not a great price for it to be. They'd prefer it to be higher. Some of them would be struggling at these levels. Right, equity markets briefly. The S&Ps. So the S&Ps yesterday just stalled completely, and we're not seeing a great deal of action here. I mean, it's just flat, and it's all waiting for non-farm payrolls. Trying to catch a trade out of this sort of these sort of markets is just, well, it's a little bit crazy. FTSE not really going anywhere at the moment. It's got the potential of a little shove up there, maybe post 8 o'clock from where it's support. Although it's bouncing, this sort of second bounce on this pivot's a little bit uncertain there. And finally, the DAX. This had been running quite well, but well, continued through there yesterday. Let's just take this off because it's annoying me. It's got no use any longer. I mean, you're going to have to look at the bigger scale of things here. I mean, it's into all new time highs this week. It's had a brilliant run. All the equity markets could get affected later. So, and the same sort of price action as the pound there. The FTSE, beg pardon, coming back down for the second tap of that pivot. So, indecision. Not a lot of traders wanting to trade. The big money won't be looking for trades at this stage. We'll wait until next Monday. I'm just going to make the decision whether to close out my euro positions this morning or early afternoon, which is quite likely, and pocket the money. Right, I shall leave you there and wish you a good day's trading, and I will catch you next Monday. Bye for now.